With Saturday's 7-5 win over Vermont, Tri-City's Ed Romero became the winningest manager in team history. Now at 130 wins and counting, we sat down with the skip before batting practice today to talk about another playoff run and what it was like living through the Boston Red Sox most painful nightmare. And we are joined by the skipper of the Valley Cats, Ed Romero, now the winningest manager in Valley Cats history. Did that kind of sneak up on you?
Well, yes, it did. It's a great honor. Being here in Troy for the last 3 seasons, had the opportunity to have some very good players come through, great guys, good chemistry on teams, being able to be successful for the last 3 years, and locally we've been able to put some wins on the win column.
How do you replicate that kind of success that you've had year in and year out for the past 3 years when you've got 90% roster turnover every year?
Well, basically what we try to do is install on these guys the experience we've had as players in the past and as coaches, and basically get them ready, get them prepared, give them the reps, and make sure that they go through the entire program that the Astros have as far as what we do in the minor leagues. Make sure they understand it, and make sure they can go ahead and go on the field and produce based on what we're trying to accomplish with the program.
12 seasons, over 400 hits in the show. Is there one moment that really stands out about your career?
Well, basically I had the opportunity to play with 2 good teams in my career, with the Milwaukee Brewers and Boston Red Sox, and we were able to go to playoffs, 4 playoffs, 2 World Series, and there's nothing like it. There's nothing like playing in the World Series. Nothing better. The atmosphere is unbelievable. The game is unreal. The fans, the coverage, the media, the exposure, and basically being part of playing in the World Series it's nothing like it.
You mentioned the World Series, one of them 1986, and that certainly is a moment in baseball lore, especially a lot of people around here, Red Sox fans and Mets fans, will remember very well. What do you remember when you think back on Game 6, 1986?
Well, basically, I remember that we had the opportunity to win the ball game. In the 10th inning, we scored 2 runs to go on top 5-3. I remember having 2 outs and nobody on. I remember I wasn't playing at the time in that game, so in the dugout I was at the first step with a couple of the other guys that were not playing that day, and I remember the Mets coming up and getting a couple base hits, and Ray Knight drove a ball in the gap for a double. They scored 1 run, and then Bob Stanley came in and threw a walk pitch. So a lot of people blame Billy Buck for the error. But I think it had to do more with what happened before that point.
Do you remember what it was like in the clubhouse after that game? Was Buckner hanging his head, some of the other guys?
Certainly do. Buckner was right next to me in my locker. I had to move my stuff, go to the training room, take a shower, and never come back over there because there were like 200 media people there all around him.
Yeah.
And I thought to myself, it must be really hard the way he is right now.
Yeah.
We all know that he didn't want to make the error, like we all know, but it happens, and it could have happened to me, it could have happened to anybody else. So you have to feel for the guy. He was a tremendous player. He was a tremendous athlete. He was a gamer. He would never come out. He would be there at 1 o'clock in the afternoon with an ice back here, an ice back there, and he would play every single day. So a lot of respect for Bill. He knows that, and whenever I see him, I just saw him a couple years ago in Boston, and a big hug and a tremendous teammate.
You retired a few years later. Did you know you wanted to stay in baseball at that point?
Yes, I did. I always look at the game when I was not playing as thinking as a manager, basically still a player, but thinking as what I would do in this situation. Kind of preparing myself because I always wanted to stay in the game. So I think that helped a lot. I talk to coaches, I talk to people all the time. So that was a big help for me when I started coaching.
And finally, I know at the beginning of every year there's been a ping pong table in the locker room, and at some point you walk in and you take it out of the clubhouse every year. Why is that?
Well, basically because we start the season, and at some point I feel the guys kind of lose focus on games, and they focus more on the part of playing ping pong. Right. So at some points you gotta, just like a little kid, you gotta take the candy away and make sure that you focus on what we're trying to accomplish. So it's happened every single year. So you know, next year if I'm back here, probably the ping pong will be back. At some point,
you'll take it out.
So it just, you know, that's the way it goes.
Well, they still need their ping pong outlet, so we've got the table set up on the concourse, and Brittany Devane is going to MC our first ever Upstate Sports Challenge Valleycast Ping Pong Tournament.
Thanks, Kelly. We're up here on the concourse for the first ever Upstate Sports Edge Ping Pong Challenge. First, we'll introduce you to the competitors for round one. This is Keach Ballard and Scott Weathersby. They're going to be going head-to-head in the semifinals. Here's how it's going to work, guys. First to 11, you got to win by 2. And then the winner advances to play the winner of the next semifinal round. I'm going to have you guys shake hands.
Good luck to you, sir. Good luck.
All right, before we get started, I want to introduce you to our ref. This is Charlie. Are you ready to call this game?
Of course.
All right, what are you going to be looking for here?
Good competitive game.
All right, let's get started. Good rally going. Oh.
One.
Keach Ballard has already punched his ticket to the finals. Now we'll find out who will meet him there. The competitors for the second semifinal match are Trent Thornton and Richard Gonzalez. Good luck, guys. I'll have you shake hands.
One to split. Sir.
Seems like you're taking this pretty seriously. You got the sweatband on.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I want to win. This is a tournament, all right?
That's important. Okay, good luck. The winner of the second semifinal, Trent Thornton. Who you got?
I got Thornton all the way.
Who's going to win this one?
I think Trent's got it. Yeah.
Pitchers, man. All stick together. All right, let's see. We're getting closer. Match point. The comeback king, Trent Thornton, your first ever Upstate Sports Edge Ping Pong Challenge champion.
I just want to thank my parents, God. I want to thank the rest of my teammates that pulled for me, not against me. It's a good day. Good day for a Valleycat win.
I think he was getting a little emotional, maybe choked up about that.
Tears in his eyes. Yeah, they took it seriously.
They did. And I was most impressed at how good they are.
They're very talented. They have a good touch, the hand-eye coordination, and I'm not sure what came first, the chicken or the egg. If being a good baseball player helps you be a good ping pong player or the other way around, but I think they were happy to have their pong table back again.
And I think I see Ed's point that they're so good at ping pong, they were maybe practicing too much, which is why he had to take it out of the clubhouse in the first place.
It all makes sense now.
All right, well, Trent's the champion. We'll have to get him a trophy or something.
Yeah, we'll get him a place on the Sports Edge Wall of Fame, something like that.
Exactly. All right, thanks, Brittany. Well, the hair may have gotten a bit grayer and the waistline maybe a bit bigger, but the mustache, well, that doesn't lie, and it's next on The Edge.